Vortex, I want you to meet my patron saint. This is Saint Mary of Egypt. She starved herself in the desert to devote her life to God because she was a very sinful woman that lived a very lustful lifestyle. Lustful, is that a word? Do you know if lustful is a word? Can you Google that for me? They don't have smartphones even. No, they don't have smartphones. That's why they're smart. Because they don't rely on a phone for any motherfucking thing. Anyway, I know I swear a lot. I swear because I live in this world. And you know, if you're a saint, you're most definitely going to want to leave the world. Because the world doesn't like it when you live a pious life. You know, they really, really hate it. And the kinds of people that work for the world, and I don't think that these people like have the intention of being bad. I don't think that they have the intention of, you know, doing things that are demonic. But their problem is that they're not aware of those spiritual forces. And if you're not aware of them, you're going to succumb to them naturally. So I was telling myself earlier that it's been too long since I've read a psalm. I'm going to read you guys my favorite psalm. If I can find it. This is Psalm 139. In our Orthodox Bible, it's Psalm 140. But that's because they divide... I forget what psalm it is, but it's like one of the earlier psalms. They divide it, and so it's split into two parts. That's why our Bible is different. But no, but it's this one then. It's this one. It's Psalm 138. My bad. So it's 138 in the Orthodox Bible. To everybody else, it's 139. You know, I'm going to sing it. You want me to sing it? Okay, good. You guys want to listen to me, or are y'all going to run away? Y'all are going to run away whenever I start playing keys. No, I'm glad you're here. You're my little audience, okay? Here's the thing, you guys. You always have an audience. If you believe in God, you always have an audience. And I think that people that are more spiritual are naturally like gonna be funnier. And they're gonna be more interesting. Because they know that whatever good they possess comes from God. And so naturally, like, they're going to give that credit. You know, I know that I can be arrogant, especially about the smartphone situation, because I fucking hate that shit. And I practice what I preach, and I live in a society that does not do that at all. So yeah, I know that I can be arrogant about that, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry if it comes across as haughty, because I hate that about myself. I really do. But, you know, I'm still a human being, and I still live in fucking America, the most degenerate country in the world. So, I'm grateful, though. I'm grateful for certain aspects of American life, and really, really hateful about other aspects of American life, all right? But that's just because, I pay attention. But yeah, we're going to do this song. And I hope you approve of it, Mary. Please don't start screaming at that plane again. Oh, but I want to so bad. I want to so bad. That's too dark. Okay. Oh Lord, you test me and know me. You know my sitting down and my rising up. You understand my thoughts from afar. You search out my path and my portion, and you foresee all my ways, for there is not a word on my tongue, but behold, O Lord, you know it all together. The last things and the first things you fashioned me and placed your hands on me. Your knowledge has become too wondrous for me. It has become too overwhelming. I am unable to grasp it. Where could I go from your spirit or flee from your face? If I should ascend into heaven, you would be there. If I should ascend into heaven, you would be there. If I should descend into Hades, you would be there. If I should take up my wings at dawn and pitch camp at the furthest part of the sea, even there, your hand would lead me, and your right hand would hold me. And I said, perhaps darkness shall cover me, but the night shall be light to my delight. For darkness shall not be dark because of you, and the night shall be bright as day. As its darkness, so also shall be its light. For you possess my heart, O Lord. You took hold of me from my mother's womb. I will give thanks to you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works, and my soul knows this very well. My bone you made in secret was not hidden from you, and my substance was in the lowest parts of the earth. Your eyes saw me when I was unformed, and all men shall be written in your book. They shall be formed day by day, when as yet there were none among them. Your friends, O God, became very honorable to me. Their principalities became very strong. I shall count them, and they shall be multiplied more than the sand. I awakened, and I am still with you. If you should slay sinners, O God, you would turn aside from me. O man of blood, for you will say regarding their reasoning, shall receive your cities in vain. Have I not hated those who hate you, O Lord? And was I not wasting away? Because of your enemies I hated them with perfect hatred. They became my enemies. Test me, O God, and know my heart. Test me, O God, and know my heart. Examine me and know my past, and see if there is a lawless way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting, in the way everlasting, in the way everlasting. I hope God is pleased with this. That would make me sad if he wasn't. I think, Amy, that anything that you do with the right intentions and with with a clean heart, I think that that's gold, you know? Like it's perfect. It's perfect. I was trying not to cry during that whole thing, because you cannot sing and cry at the same time. I have tried countless times and have failed every single time. But yeah, the wording in this Bible is a little different. I mean, I know it is, but like all the Bibles, they, you know, twist the words a little bit. As long as the gist is still the same, I think that's all that really matters, you know? Like, I don't think it matters that, you know, you're reading the NIV version. A lot of people will make such a big deal about that. If you get the same thing out of it that you would get out of the King James Version or out of the Orthodox Study Bible or the Catholic Study Bible, it doesn't fucking matter, dude. Semantics, shemantics. Just dumb. Like, y'all are fighting over petty shit, you know, and Paul spoke out against that. I hear there be divisions among you, brethren. Did he say that? Does it matter that he said that exact thing? You get the gist. You know, like my priest, like, he was talking about the fast for Lent that we're about to do. And he said that if you see somebody at your church and y'all are at the same restaurant and you see that person eating a steak, that's none of your business. And this is one of the main reasons, I think, why I joined the Orthodoxy, because I wanted to make sure that I was getting it right. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't like twisting the scripture and interpreting it the way that I saw fit. Because I think that it's important to, you know, have your own personal conception of everything. Because if you don't, then you're just basically like relying on like other people to like tell you how you're supposed to feel about things. And, you know, something like God, it is not, that's not something that you should be like looking to anybody to like tell you, you know, how to feel about it. Like that should be like truly a personal relationship. But at the same time, like, there are a lot of ways that you can twist the scripture, you know? And you see this all the time with, you know, the gay stuff. First of all, sodomy is not okay. Okay, anybody saying that that's fine is a liar, all right? They're just saying that to justify something that's fucking disgusting, okay? But I know a lot of people that engage in that aren't even gay. So I don't think it's just like a homosexual perversion. I think that's just a perversion in general, you know? You know, when you're doing something that is that unnatural and that oppositional to like the way that we're wired, it's clearly demonic. Like, whether that's your intention or not, I mean, I don't think that people that engage in that behavior are like, you know, purposely doing it to be oppositional. Maybe they are. Look at that one. He hurt his foot. I think something's stuck on it. Dude, I want to help you, but I don't know how. He'll be alright, man. He seems like he's fine. He's moved on. Yeah, he has moved on. He moved on. See? That's him moving on. Man, it is so warm today. It feels really good outside. Yeah, sorry I keep going back to the sodomy crap. Get it? Get it? They have sex in their butt. That's why I said that. But, you know, I think that it's really easy to take the scripture and twist it so that we can justify whatever we're doing. And I don't want to say that, like, oh, well, you can't be a Christian and, you know, do stuff like that. But I will say, like, that's not a Christian life at all, okay? And that's why Jesus said, like, you'll know them by their fruits. So if that's something that you struggle with, you know, talk to the priest. Don't talk to people that are, like, totally fine with engaging in that sort of behavior, you know, because they're not going to give you good advice. They're going to tell you that it's totally fine to do that. You know? Just like there are a lot of people that make excuses for pornography, or they make excuses for, like, you know, masturbating. I get that it's like, there is like a physical release. And I know that people would argue with me on this. Like, yay, nay, or gay, they would argue with me. And they would say that it is necessary, and then they'd say that it's not necessary. Could it be possible that people are different? Could it be possible that, like, some people have a really high sex drive and they will, like, lose their fucking mind if they don't touch themselves every once in a while, if they don't release that energy? Because I am trying to find a solution to this. Because as y'all know, I've talked about this before, you know, we used to have a problem, like a major problem with, like, compulsive masturbation. And the reason for that is because, you know, it's more of a stress relief. It was more of like a, you know, I'm bored, so I'm just gonna cross my legs and let the magic happen.
That's what's cool about being a woman, is that, you know, you can get away with stuff like that. Men can't just whip their dick out and play with it in public. They can't do that. But women could just be sitting on a bus or something, or I used to do it in public school all the time. I probably shouldn't brag about that, but I think it's funny now. It's a funny story now, okay? But like I said, and like I said in the video I put up yesterday, that it's like, you know, once you start doing creative stuff, you don't feel the need to like do stuff like that anymore, and you don't want to. It's like, it's not a desire, you know. Like, I remember just like being at work and just like counting down the hours until I could just go home and masturbate, you know. And it's not because I needed to do that. It's because like I had opened up that door. And once you open up that door, especially when it comes to sex, like, good luck closing it. Because, you know, that's why porn is so addictive. That's why porn is so dangerous. Because it opens up all these doors to, like, demonic spirits. And, of course, the people that use it, that justify it, are going to say it's not that big of a deal, because they're living a sinful life. You know, and let me tell you, the whole time that I've ever looked at porn, I knew that it was fucking bad. I knew that it was demonic. And it's like, and it's different too. It's like a different kind of experience. And I've talked to dudes that have been addicted to it, and they say like when they nut or whatever, that they say that it's like a different feeling than when they do that naturally. Just like, you know, if you masturbate, like, the orgasm that you get is going to be different than the orgasm that you would get when you have sex with somebody. Just like if you make love to somebody, like, you legitimately care about the person, it's going to be different than just fucking, you know, just swiping for sex and, you know, engaging in some illicit sexual behavior that people have normalized. And they call that shit hookup culture, right? I mean, I've hooked up with people. It didn't feel good. I told myself that there was something wrong with me because, like, I didn't want to do stuff like that. And so I tried to force myself to do stuff like that and realized that my instinct about the whole thing was 100% accurate, you know? So I wish that I'd never had sex. I wish that I was still a virgin, and not because I want to give that away as some sort of gift. I just wish I was still a virgin, you know? It's not because I'm, like, ashamed of my body count or whatever. I mean, it is what it is. There ain't nothing I can do about that shit now. It's done. You know, my hymen's been gone. But it doesn't make any sense to just, like, constantly be, like, berating yourself over things that you did. If you're not living that life anymore, and, like, I need to watch this video whenever I start beating myself up over things that I did 20 fucking years ago. But, you know, because every once in a while it gets to me. It doesn't really get to me the way that it used to. But, you know, if you have changed your life, if you've turned your life around and you're doing whatever you possibly can to rectify the mistakes that you made in the past, and, you know, you have a different mindset, you're not just behaving differently, but your mindset has changed about the whole thing to the extent that, like, you know, if that shit was offered to you, it wouldn't even be a fucking temptation, you know? It's like, that's how I feel about alcohol, that's how I feel about cigarettes, that's also how I feel about marijuana. You know, if somebody, like, offers me a joint or, you know, a blunt or something like that, it's like, I don't have any interest because I made a decision. I made the decision to stop, and I stopped. But, you know, a lot of people don't understand that because they're, like, still in the cycle. Like, when you're in the cycle, you can't understand people that got themselves out of it. But, you know, I think that there's, like, healthy ways to use drugs and alcohol. Like, it's best to know yourself. And if you know yourself, then like you're a lot less likely to fall into these traps. And if you do fall into them, you're quicker to get out of them, you know? So I know that like if I smoke pot, like I'll masturbate more. I'll, you know, not do the things that I need to do. And, you know, I can lie to myself and say that it's a good thing because I'm not going on the internet because the internet's bad. But, you know, I do believe that it's God's will for me to do what I'm doing on YouTube as much as I fucking hate it. So, like, I'm a good vlogger. I know I'm a good vlogger. I wouldn't be making 5,200 videos if I wasn't a good vlogger, you know? But, like, that doesn't mean that I enjoy, like, the internet aspect of it. Like, I really, really hate social media. I just hate, like, this whole culture. I hate how, like, everything revolves around the internet and some stupid post that, you know, a total stranger, like, people don't have any idea who the fuck this person is, but they're talking about some picture that they put up or some tweet they send. It's just like, this is why people are so petty and stupid, okay? It's because, like, what's getting their attention is just dumb shit that doesn't fucking matter. It's totally trivial. And people are acting like it's so important for those 5 minutes. Anything that's important for 5 minutes is not important.